Welcome to Undercity Chaos.
All right, you guys. I'm your host, MTR, also known as Matt the Ratt. And as always,
Rene.
Billy.
I'm Tim Gunn from TV's Project Runway, and I'll be sitting in.
Let's make it work.
We're going to make it work today on Undercity Chaos. So join us, you comic comers.
No, you have to talk like that now through the whole episode.
I'll do a Tim Gunn. I like it.
Yes. Yes. All right, you guys. Comics and games might be combining for a little preview.
That's a new word.
Shut up.
Yeah, you told him to talk. He's talking like him.
Also, this week's brand new comics: Batman and Captain America team up. Power round of Deadpool versus Deathstroke. I don't know if I could take it seriously.
Yeah, I can't.
This is going to be pretty bad. Then the free-for-all brawl was the new 52 a good idea. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a little gassy.
Wow,
so I'm burping and whatnot. Blah, 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 blah. So,
that breakfast burrito isn't doing you any favors.
That's not what he said. You have to be like lighter. Do you want me to edit the voice real quick?
This. Designers, I want to see something really sparkly. You're making a ball gown.
That is not how he talks.
Yes, it is.
Don't question me.
You ever watch L.A. Inc.?
Yeah.
Okay, you know Kat Von D?
Yeah.
Okay, you do your Tim Gunn, and then you drop it like 4 octaves, and then it's Kat Von D. This is me and Jesse. Me and Jesse, we're gonna get engaged, you know.
So
this guy came in and wanted me to tattoo his neck, and I was just like, I'm not comfortable doing that, and I'm trying to finish my book and run this shop, and it's just,
And I'm doing like model gigs and stuff.
I know, right? What have you been doing in your spare time, man?
Well, just hanging out with Jesse, being sort of a racist neo-Nazi type.
Sort of a racist neo-Nazi type. Let's go. Let's get into the show.
I'm not sure if I like doing this podcast with 3 Hispanic gentlemen.
Whatever you do, don't hit the wire.
Don't hit the wire.
Don't hit it. We had a
I'm back.
Decent
from outer space.
Technical difficulties.
Hello. Oh, okay.
You sound good, man.
Thank you.
Hello. Is it me you're looking for?
Because I wonder where you are, and I wonder what you do. I turn everything into I like to turn all my songs into a Coors Light commercial. Undercity Comics for all your comic needs. Like
you gotta
that.
redo the commercial.
All your motherfucking comic needs.
You're sitting at home and the TV sucks and you want to read Batman. So what do? You get off your ass, come to Undercity Comics.
He already let 2 Robins die.
Carry me like Jason Todd down to Undercity Comics.
I don't know if I can do this podcast today. That was
good stuff.
That was freaking.
We're gonna do the whole next Undercity Chaos commercial. Is gonna be done.
I know we gotta redo.
Yeah, we'll redo it. I'm done.
Just do like get down to Undercity Comics. We got Hello Kitty too, just like that. Perfect. Love it. No?
Yeah, we'll do it.
You better like the Green Bay Packers.
If you're a Bears fan, get the hell out.
Yeah. If you're a Bears fan, shop at Geeks.
All right, you guys. So, man,
I forgot what we were
okay, Strife.
about.
Okay.
Strife is this fantasy world that to me it reminds. Stop with the freaking Spanish things. To me, it basically reminds me of what's that really big game where like they have guilds and whatnot.
Oh, you mean Warcraft? The name
World of Warcraft.
The name of the store that we're sitting in is named after.
This is named after.
Yeah, Undercity's named after World of Warcraft, and
it's a place in World of Warcraft.
Shut the hell up. Who named it?
Sue.
It was Mike and Sue.
Wait,
They play World of Warcraft.
Wait. Sue.
Someone's really late to the party today.
World of Warcraft? You lies. That's why she doesn't want to come in on Sundays and Mondays. She just sits there and just
watches football.
Nuh-uh, because Packers only play one day, either Sunday.
Okay, here's one thing, Matt the Rat. If you had listened to Sue's episode on the superiority complex,
she has like 4.
Both of them. She explains the origins of the name Undercity. So look that up. It's called Mayor of the Undercity. Go to superioritycomplex.podbean.com and you can hear the episode.
Yeah, I got bored with it. I was like, I got better things to do.
Oh, Sue, he said you're boring.
She's like, watch. He's not getting a pool anymore. She's going to be like, see this comic shredder. No. No, honestly, I remember listening to that, but I don't remember that. I remember the airplane story, which is awesome, which she was all like trashed and whatnot.
And
she's
whatnot.
like, I'm still drunk. And then she goes on the airplane and like, we're evaluating you. And she's like, you guys are all assholes. I told you we should have went to bed.
You can hear that story on episode.
Another plug.
That wasn't. Was that?
That was part 2. That was
episode, wasn't it?
That was the second one.
Okay.
We got her to tell some stories.
All right. So Strife. It reminds me of that, but it's a prequel. It's a prequel to one of the comics that. What's his name? Kevin
Smith.
Kevin Eastman.
Kevin and Bean,
who wrote Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and the heavy metal magazines. They were like, all right, dude, like if this kind of works out, like why don't we go ahead and go down this route? So that's where he kind of got the idea from. But it is a video game that is like a prequel to the comic that's How do
you feel about that?
I think it's a really interesting concept, just because we've had DC Online.
Mm-hmm.
We've had some sort of Marvel one. I forgot what it was.
Superhero Squad.
There's also a Marvel Online
that
that's like
well.
DC Universe now.
Is there?
Yeah, you get to choose. It sucks because they have to start out with either Daredevil, Storm.
Stop hitting the wire.
Daredevil, Storm. I'm gonna hit you.
I think that's Superhero Squad.
No. It's like an actual legitimate, kind of like DC Universe.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to start out.
They're not little cute baby things.
Yeah.
My daughter plays that till our neighbor kid stole the code.
Oh wait, it
Solar
was
password.
Superhero Squad. I thought it was something else.
It's called Superhero Squad. It's the kids' version.
Who saves the day? The Superhero Squad.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then Superhero Squad.
Hero up.
Superhero Squad.
Hero up.
Honestly, all I keep hearing right now is right now. No, don't nan cat. Please, no nan cat.
Sorry, fucker.
Damn it.
You brought it up.
That's all I heard from you guys right now. But Eastman says that it's the most interesting thing was creating it and whatnot. And when IDW invited it to come back, he was really excited to go ahead and introduce it through the world of Strife. So that's pretty cool. So it's kind of like, he's really huge on Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones, so it made a lot of sense for him to do this. So alternate dimensions,
well, we work for Heavy Metal
magazine.
That makes sense. Did you ever read Heavy Metal?
I did not.
They made a movie in the 80s, but Heavy Metal was like a kind of like a...
I saw the movie, and then I saw Heavy Metal 2000.
Yeah, like a lot of like Frank Frazetta covers, like that kind of stuff, like real like the oil fantasy.
Yeah.
It's
a trip. Now
I read some of the magazines. I saw the 80s movie. I even bought the soundtrack on vinyl.
There's a lot of metal in it, is there not?
What was passed off as metal
back in those days.
Hopefully, because it is
like
called
Grand
Heavy
Funk
Metal.
Railroad.
Oh, no, you don't...
Devo.
Well, Devo was...
Are we not men?
Cheap Trick. I'm trying to think of Blue Oyster Cult was in it.
Was this in it?
It was not.
This is from the Flash Gordon soundtrack. I could listen to this all day. I'm not kidding.
Please, no more.
Heavy metal's great. It's like Judge Dredd, but with more titties.
Okay, he's got a point. He's got a point. Which always makes it better. The more boobs, the better.
When I explain to people what Judge Dredd comic book is like imagine heavy metal but with no titties.
They're like, damn it. I want to read it.
It's like, and there's more violence somehow.
But I think it's a pretty cool idea because now if you
water,
want to continue the story,
And it's also by IDW, I might add.
it is. Dude, he's tapped out.
He can't go on.
Oh wait, is that me?
Hello?
T.O. Okay, yeah, he's number one apparently.
Okay. Oh, Mario's number 1.
Oh, dude, that's probably why the other freaking mic wasn't working.
Because you were... You thought
You were
No,
number one, and I was lowering you. That's why the
Yeah.
condenser might have not been working.
You jackass.
You were blaming...
Try it
my
out real
mic
quick?
was-
Live?
Hold on. Go ahead. You guys keep talking. I'm going to try this out.
I go for it.
Jackass.
You jackass.
Jackass.
But honestly, dude, it is a great idea to really pull somebody into a story by being like, hey, look, you could play this in comic book mode and understand it. It's kind of like the origins of... No, still nothing. Still nothing. It's kind of like the...
My mic. I'm going to be pissed.
It's kind of like the origins of Zelda.
Zelda.
You know, the first 2 games were kind of
Show me
like
something,
it didn't
Zelda.
really have a story behind it, but it wasn't until the third one.
It is dangerous to go out alone. Or what does he say? Is that the little phrase?
I don't know. I don't. Think
I just
so.
bought my daughter a shirt on woot.com, shirtwoot.com. And there's nothing on the front, but when you flip it when you look in the back, it's got the shield and the bow and the sword from Zelda.
Nice.
That's sick.
With it's really cool.
The
With the
Triforce.
Triforce?
Mm-hmm.
I would get the Triforce tattooed on me.
Would you?
I've seen it tattooed on people.
Yeah. It's dangerous to go alone. Here, take this.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah,
You know,
that's when you get the sword, right?
my 2 favorite classics is Link to the Past and Link's Awakening.
Dun,
You
dun,
like
dun,
Link's
dun,
Awakening?
I love Link's
dun,
Awakening.
dun, dun. Oh, sorry.
I don't have the original. I have the DX version.
Dun, 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 dun. Yes, I know.
listened to this when I walked to work.
There you go, brother.
Wait, do you? All right, don't lie to me.
What?
Do you have that as an actual song, or did you go on YouTube?
No, it's...
You're a fucking nerd, dude.
Yeah, I am.
He has like the full MP3 song on his phone. He didn't look through YouTube right now.
What's wrong with that?
So can you give me anything from Ocarina of Time? Because if you could give me The Forest, I'll love you forever.
So yeah, video game
I have it
comics,
as a
right?
ringtone.
Were we on that at some point?
Hell yeah. Dude, that was probably like the first time I really noticed like how music affects of anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Zelda has like the best songs. That you
Yeah, it
just,
really
like,
does.
just
Ocarina of
relax to.
Time does though, but like they were so creative with being like, dude, we're gonna make this like game like hit you.
Power round. Power round. You ready?
Round.
Favorite music from a video game.
All right, power round. Favorite music from a video game.
That's easy for me.
Go ahead, buddy.
The Legend of Zelda.
But
Which one?
Which one?
I kind of like from Ocarina of Time, and then I like Skyward Sword a bit. But I do like the one I've been kind of listening to more is not the one that everyone likes, but I kind of enjoy it. Is this one? I'll play it right now.
Oh man.
I like it.
I'm gonna go old school with that answer.
What's that?
The-
Go ahead.
Take it forever, man. There's a power round.
No,
not
go
a
ahead.
coffee
No,
break.
just move on. Go.
Billy, go ahead. What is?
what's called the Michael Keaton Batman for the NES.
The soundtrack on that?
That one versus Return of the Joker for Game Boy. And yeah, I like those.
All right.
Hold on a second. I gotta find
What
it.
about you, Mario?
You remember? Okay, you know the Super Mario theme, like you go, da 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 da. Okay, pass all that and pass. Although that part is pretty cool. But you remember later on when you got into the castle, there'd be like that waltz music.
Yeah.
That gets stuck in your head, and it will never go away. That part will. I don't know if it's my favorite, but that is definitely stuff that will never.
Find it. All right. Wait, we got 2 songs going at once.
Go ahead.
All right.
It's from Wind Waker.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
What do you got?
You ready? Remember that one? Remember that?
I do remember that.
Oh,
no. I lowered Mike like a dumbass. Let's be on that one, but whatever. My bad.
That's what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
There's like fireballs coming at you.
All right, You know which one I used to like a lot was the N64 G. Do you remember G-Force?
Oh, yeah.
That, I used to love the soundtrack when I'd play that. I don't even remember it, but I remember just sitting there and being like, dude, I love this music. Because it'd always go with your race. Every single one, like, matched up with it perfectly. All right, apparently Billy's got something, so let's go ahead.
Let's go to Billy.
Is that the Joker one? Or is that? So, did Danny Elfman do that as well?
I don't know. Believe it or not, it was like imagine a game like Ninja Gaiden for NES, but with Batman.
My other favorite is the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 soundtrack.
Hold on, I got one for you guys. It's going to get you guys pumped up. Music really does enhance video games, and especially how many great comic book movie soundtracks have there been? You know, you got all the Dark Knight, all the Batman, the original Batman, Danny Elfman, which they converted into the theme for the TV show.
That guy does so many soundtracks, even when he's not supposed to.
I know,
but you know, he did the soundtrack for the Notorious B.I.G. movie.
Did he really?
Yeah, he's listed on there. I was like, what? Why?
You know, he can't read music.
What?
He has to go in and like hum it.
You know I can't either.
Yeah, he has to go in and hum it.
I can't like.
Wow.
I could
you don't
hear
know the notes.
I don't know. Like if you were to even tell me like a chord, I'd be like, "What's that?" You'd have to show me. But I could always like make music. Like if I hear music, I could play it. But I don't know.
Here we go. You guys ready? Listen to this. This is gonna get you pumped up, ready to kill some Nazis. Or not Nazis.
It sounds familiar. Oh, okay.
Don't say anything. Oh, they're showing us war things. Wait, hold on.
Wait, what is this?
Of course, we gotta wait.
Just keep talking. This isn't the trailer I'm used to.
Yeah, it's because I think you have it on the wrong game.
No, this is the one.
Well, that was a lost cause.
That was a burnt offering. Keep going.
All right, let's go ahead. Let's get into this week's brand new comics.
Okay.
Go ahead. Hold on real quick, Rene.
All right, no problem.
Just to make sure.
Oh.
Okay.
You are you.
Can
Go
you
ahead
still hear me?
and take it away, Rene.
Well, for this week, we got Action Comics 23, Zod 3D and standard cover, Adventure Time, Candy Capers, Aquaman 23.1, Black Mana 3D and standard cover, Archie and Armstrong, Astonishing X-Men, Astro City, Avengers, Avengers Arena Trade Volume 2, yay! Avengers vs. X-Men, Batman 23, Riddler, 3D and standard cover, Batman and Robin 23, Court of Owls 3D and standard cover, Batman Arkham Unhinged, Batman Little Gotham, Batman The Dark Knight 23.2, Mr. Freeze 3D and standard cover, Brian Boy, Captain America, Clone, DC Comics, oh wait, hold on, never mind, Deadpool, Detective Comics 23, Harley Quinn, Earth 2 15.2, Solomon Grundy 3D and standard cover, Internal Warrior, Fantastic Four, Federal Bureau of Physics, Flash 23, Reverse Flash 3D and standard cover, Grim Fairy Tales Wonderland, Ghosted, Green Arrow, Green Lantern 23, Mongol 3D and standard cover, Grimm, Halo Initiation, Hitless, Indestructible Hulk Volume 2, Infinity Hunt 1, Justice League 23, Lobo 3D and standard cover, Justice League of America 7.2, Killer Frost 3D and standard cover, Kick-Ass 3, Lock and Key Alpha, Manhattan Projects, Mars Attacks Judge Dredd, Marvel Universe Avengers Earth's Heroes, Mighty Avengers, My Little Pony Micro Series, Cecilia, My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, Volume 2, Red Sonja, Resident Alien Suicide Blonde, RoboCop Last Stand, Sidekick, Smallville Season 11, Sons of Anarchy, Star Wars, Superior Spider-Man, Superman 23, Brainiac, Teen Titans 23, Trigon, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Villains, True Lives of Fabulous Killjoys, Ultimate Comics, Ultimates, Uncanny X-Force, The Walking Dead, Wolverine, Wonder Woman, Volume 3, X, and X-Men. So
and that concludes this week's brand new comics.
God, I have to do one more week of this long list. It's like so because the villains.
It's because of all the villains.
Stoked for Mars Attacks. That's awesome.
So
I have the first. That's a good run.
Just heads up today because we are recording on Tuesday. Into Darkness came out today. Yes. So yay on Blu-ray.
Star Trek. La la. La,
crowd clap for that. As well as they did release today that the deadline for Ant-Man should be between November 6th of 2015 to July 31st of 2015.
Is the Wasp going to be in it?
I don't know, but I saw...
the Wasp in it? I'm out.
My
daughter's out for sure.
I didn't like the way Ant-Man looked.
What do you mean?
Did you guys see the picture?
I didn't see the picture yet.
It's a full covered mask.
Okay.
He has this little like breather on the front. And then he has like two things that kind of look like the antennas of like the ant, and like that's it.
That's how it looks. That's how it always looks.
No,
in some ways,
he's always able to like talk clearly and what.
Kinda, yeah, but like, I mean, like granted, he did have openings in the mask, but I mean, that sounds like it's like borderline between it almost.
It had good colors for it. Okay. I'll admit that, but that was about it. I didn't feel like it was too much. We have two more things that I did not put on the show. Billy, would you like to talk about it now, or do you want to address it when we go into the conversation?
I want to talk about it now.
You don't want to go into it when we talk about the new 52 at the end?
I want to talk about it now.
All right, go ahead, man.
What do you want to talk about?
Take it away.
Go, Billy.
Run. Oh, no, it's not Rene.
So used to saying that.
Oh, so yes, in case it's been all over the comic news circuit, but the team for
Wait. First off, I get a text message this morning saying, we need to talk about marriage. And I was like, oh, Billy wants to get serious with me.
That is a cute couple. I'm not going to lie.
Dude.
I made it. That was a little misleading.
Like the couple that everybody wants to see.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to talk about like the podcast. I was like, what did I do wrong? I didn't cheat on you, man. I swear.
First of all, I think Rene and I are the only problem is who's going to be the best man.
Yeah.
Rene would probably be my best man because I treat him to beers. So
okay, I mean, I don't mind that. I just don't want it to be weird when I'm not.
Mario would be my best man because he would treat me to beers.
That's right.
No, but he hasn't.
But I like Billy better, so.
So why are you pissing and moaning over there?
I bought Billy a mic stand.
I like Billy better, so you know what? I'm going to be his best man.
I bought Billy a mic stand, so I take care of him.
Oh, man.
You didn't buy him a mic stand. It's not for him to keep.
What's he using?
Your mic stand.
Yeah. But who bought it?
You bought it.
Person.
How long have we been running this show now?
Oh, gosh. We're not going to go into this conversation right now.
Oh,
see, it is like a marriage here, dude. All right, so go on. So I get that, and then he's like, no. And he explains what he's about to say right now.
Yes, the creative team has quit because DC is making too many 11th hour changes.
Dang.
They said that they've had a lot of these comics planned for like about a year now. And right before they come out, it's like, you know what? You can't do this. Change it.
Wait. You mean they have plans for the New 52 already?
No, these are plans that
they already wrote the stories.
Like,
and right before the issue comes out, they're like, you know what? No, you got to change that.
Oh, the writers have.
Yeah,
DC's like, no, you can't do that.
DC publishers are saying no, which means Jim Lee.
Yeah.
And who's the other guy? It's not Jeff Johns. Who is it?
Is it Dan Didio?
I think so. I think you're right on that one.
And it's just sad because this story has been leading to Batwoman getting married.
Like it's been hinting towards it the whole time?
Yeah, she revealed herself to her lover already.
Okay.
And now back in the comics, Batwoman is gay, right?
This is true.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
She's dating any longtime Superman fans. You know who Maggie Sawyer is from Metropolis PD. For some reason, she got this idea she wanted to transfer to Gotham. And in the new 52, you know, they explained that she just transferred from Metropolis. And
I'm surprised she didn't get married to Montoya. Montoya, if you ever read the...
Yeah, they broke up with Montoya.
Is she gay too?
Yeah, if you read, not Streets of Gotham, what is it? Gotham, it has to do with Gotham PD. What is it called? Is it Streets? No, that's not Streets of Gotham. Oh, hold on, Sue will know.
Do you guys think
you know what? It's just something about Gotham makes women lesbians, you know?
No. Do you ever think it has anything to do with DC not wanting to deal with people being mad because gay characters are getting married?
DC's official excuse was that
what was the comic book?
Gay people get married, DC. Get over it.
there was already an X-Men gay marriage.
Yeah, like get over it, dude.
What was it called?
Well, their excuse was that
That's what it was. It's Gotham Central. Gotham Central. It has to do. Gordon's retired, and it only bases through Gotham PD. So you see the superheroes come in, but it's how things are taken from Gotham PD's point of view.
Okay, kind of like Marvels in the Marvel universe.
What do you mean Marvels?
Marvels was like a limited run, and it was all about a reporter for... Everything was seen through the eyes of this reporter who worked for the Daily Bugle. And so anytime like superheroes come in battle, and it goes all the way back to like the 30s with like the original Human Torch and the Submariner battling. So, but all you see is like the superheroes come through and battle, and then everybody's
They're trying
left,
to snap pictures.
and then everybody's
and
like left to like pick up the pieces. Like the cities are devastated or whatever.
Yeah, so it's kind of like that.
Okay.
And you find out that Montoya is gay, and somebody tries to like blackmail her and stuff, and she's just not having it, and she has anger problems.
Yeah.
And at the very end, she finally just gets fed up with how corrupt Gotham PD is. And of course, like the bad guy gets away with it because that's the way it works in Gotham. For whatever reason, the bad guys always get away with it. So he just gets pissed off. She's like, "I fucking quit," and just throws her badge at him. It's an amazing story. Highly suggested. And the cool thing is, like I said, they think a whole bunch of Robins are dying because they're just freaking plopping throughout the city. And then the Teen Titans come and they're like, "Dude, Robin's away on a mission. Calm down." And they're like, "Well, where is he? Like, show us that he's alive and we'll be able to close this case." And they're like, "We can't show you that he's alive. We don't even know where he's at right now. Just trust us. He's fine." And then finally, like, Robin comes in. He's like, "Whoever you guys' killer is, he's not killing me. So figure your shit out and figure it out fast."
Bam. Which Robin is that?
I believe
Tim
that's Tim
Drake.
Drake. Yeah, it's Tim Drake.
Oh yeah, but Batwoman, it's been a great story. I love the fact that
you have been trying to push us to read Batwoman.
The other thing I really love is that she's always been so independent, and like the new writer already announced, like, oh no, she's gonna be more involved in the Bat family, and I was like, eh. And I kind of don't like that.
I kind of agree with you on that. It's kind of like with Red Hood. It was cool the way Scott Liddell brought that. It wasn't that Red Hood and Batman had settled their feud, but
he was just moving on.
Jason Todd and Bruce Wayne have settled their feud, and he did that in his last issue on 18. But I didn't like that he kept getting pulled back to the Bat family. Technically, he is part of the Bat family, but
he was there for Night of the Owls. He was there for Death of the
Yeah, but
Family.
he shouldn't be there. He doesn't want to be there. Why? I mean, you want to be with the person that let you die?
See, with Batwoman, you don't have to pick out the other Bat comics.
That's the ultimate letdown. It's not like a guy that didn't pick you up from the airport. You let me die, bro.
Right?
Yeah.
Like,
no, Batwoman.
You're a dick.
The other
you
thing,
could have bought me the Lazarus Pit, but guess what? The League of Shadows or Assassins did.
The other thing that happened was that they got into a conflict about the origins of Killer Croc, because they have been using Killer Croc for since issue 5 or 6, and they wanted to do his origins, and they weren't going to let them.
Why though? They didn't explain why at all.
I guess they were going somewhere else with it, because they've been using. I think a lot of people started using Killer Croc recently, and then I guess they didn't want his origins to be explained in that comic.
Does it seem, because of all the people that have been dropping off titles and whatnot with DC, does it not feel like DC really wants yes men more than anything?
Yeah, look at Andy Diggle. Didn't he quit before his first issue came out in Action Comics?
Yeah, and they kept putting his name in
They put his name in the whole story arc? Yeah.
The story arc.
That's I think Mario might have a good take on this. Mario, do you believe that DC is just trying to push a lot of yes men into their stuff, unlike how it is with Marvel? It seems like Marvel knows their continuity and knows how to step and is willing to take a bigger leap into something that might not be enjoyed, but still to them is a beautiful thing.
I think, well, from someone who, like I said, just got back into comics, like I said, that DC seems more...
it's almost seeming like a safe haven now.
Well, everything in the DC universe takes place... Yeah, Marvel will do more things where they'll push a character out into something Like the rest of the stuff is going
Superior
on.
Spider-Man, I think, is the perfect example.
Yeah,
of how they're willing to be like, look, we're going to take this leap of faith, and we're going to hope for the best.
Yeah,
it reminds me of the Tao of Pooh. When you read it, there's this story. It's really cool. It's this you see this old man go over the waterfall, and this guy with his disciples run over there, and old man's pushing off the water, trying to dry himself, and keeps on walking. And they're like, dude, like, how did you survive? I don't understand. He's like, I couldn't do it at a very young age, but now that I'm old and I'm smarter, I've learned that if you go with the water, if the water rises up, so will you. And sometimes it's just you need to learn to not fight anything that's bigger than you. You need to let it take you. So, with that said, it seems like DC really, as much as they're trying to say new 52, new, yet they're not willing to take that extra chance to go into something else.
Well, I think the motivation for them I asked when you were talking to Sue, I asked, do you think it's just because DC doesn't want the fallout from a gay marriage? Whereas I think,
but they have a gay man
in Green Lantern,
two of them. They have Green Lantern and they have
Bunker from Teen Titans.
Yeah.
And Bunker's about to go to his boyfriend or whoever he is right now. So, they're open to the gay thing. Like, why aren't you just diving completely in? What's the problem?
Is it because, okay, now we've kind of accepted, I think, is it maybe because the political climate is that even the most conservative people have now, they are now resigned to the fact that gay people exist, right? And now, but they don't want them to get married, so maybe DC's like cowering to that kind of pressure.
Okay,
whereas I say, who cares?
I got it. I know what they need to do. Batgirl should join the Justice League of Canada so she could get married legally, and it's not in America.
You mean Batwoman?
Batwoman, sorry. Boom. There you go.
That would be great.
They could have just done that. They would have had like a Batman in the Justice League of Canada.
The thing they're putting out is that, you know what, marriage makes a character look like it's aging. And they
a lot of characters have gotten married, though.
Like, actually, New 52.
No, but notice it's usually Marvel, isn't it? Who's married in the DC universe?
Tell you what, in the New 52, people actually got divorced. There's no Lois Lane, there's no Clark Kent, there's no more Green Arrow and Black Canary.
Yeah.
A lot of people have actually...
Spider-Man got married, man.
Is he still married?
No, he got divorced.
No, he got divorced.
Oh, no, but they're kind of bringing her back in the next issue.
Yeah, Doc Ock is going to...
No, his name is Spidey Ock.
That's right. He's gonna take care of some...
Brown chicken, brown can.
Well,
jackpot.
What happened to Clayface 3 and Clayface 4? They were married. What happened to those two?
What?
They were married?
Oh, we're not going into that, dude. That just sounds stupid. And you're notorious for saying stupid things.
No, he's notorious.
You're notorious for bringing back that 80s crap, and I'm like, no, don't talk about it.
No, you have
In my defense, it was early 90s.
That's even worse. That's like when they all declared bankruptcy.
Listen, if you're going to love DC, you have to take it all. They have to take the good with the bad.
All right, so, Billy.
And that's more bad than good.
Are you jumping off of Batwoman? What are you going to do now?
After hearing what the new writer has planned, I probably will. I just don't know when, because because
we're so forgiving about everything, aren't we?
No. Here's the other confusing part. The team, they say quits, like, all right, issue 26 will be your last issue, and then DC's announcing coming issue 24, the new team. And they're like, we had written up to 26. What the fuck?
They probably just cut their asses.
They're like,
out.
what happened to 2 of our issues?
They probably were afraid that they'd do something that the new writers wouldn't be able to reverse.
Yeah,
that's true.
And you know what?
Because they're already going down like a little bit of the story. Now they have full control. Especially
like right now, Batwoman's supposed to take down Batman.
What?
And
so now she's just going to change her mind and be like, I'm going to sleep in bed.
Yeah, like it was really good. I really liked where it was going. I mean, she released a lot of inmates, sent them out on the streets to like as bait for Batman. It's really good. Moving on.
Unfortunately, that does suck, and it seems like it's happening more in DC than in Marvel. People dropping off.
You're trying to. Well, we'll get to it later, but you're trying to carry 52 titles. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of people to keep employed.
All right, you guys. What we've all been waiting for: Batman, probably the king of DC, Captain America. the king of Marvel?
I would say Spidey is, but definitely Cap.
I think
Cap
he's
is
like
up
the
there.
leader.
Cap is up
Like,
there. Yeah,
he's like
yeah,
the
yeah.
leader.
They joined together in Milton,
saw
West
this.
Virginia
That's hilarious.
to rescue a cat from a house that was on fire.
Yes.
That's fucking awesome, man.
And if you didn't read the story, it was two guys that were working. It was a company that the guys dress up for birthday parties, kids' parties. And they were both like the guy playing Batman was a volunteer firefighter. I think he was like a firefighter, like in his spare time.
He was a firefighter who served for the Department of Justice, not Justice, for the Department of Defense in Iraq.
Yeah.
So
Captain America.
So what
and
they're
Batman
what they were
party.
part of was Heroes for Hire. So that's what it was. Like you said, it's like a party thing, and you know, they bring people into like appropriate ages and give them positive and inspiring messages, and they teach them about safety and, you know, dreaming big and whatnot.
And so this house catches fire nearby, and there's a cat trapped inside. And Batman and Captain America spring into action. And my favorite quote was when they went to rescue the cat, they said there's a cat in there. So they busted the door down. The Batman went in because he's a fireman. And he said that the cat was like hissing and clawing at him. And the quote was, I really don't blame it, though, because it had a giant bat in its face.
Wow.
What? Oh, you need
No, don't say anything. All I gotta say is it was kind of funny because he literally went out and he was like, dude, the smoke was just pouring out. He's like, I just reached down and tried to find something furry. So, I mean, that's at least the cat came out. That's cool that Captain America and Batman just happened to go ahead and just link up together for true justice. I thought that's pretty cool, man. See, what would you do if you saw freaking Captain America and Batman coming out of a burning building, real life, right in front of you, burning house, Batman and Captain America come out? This is what the cat sang after it was rescued.
I'd ask him to sign that crossover they did with Avengers and Justice League in the
that's
90s, where what's called Bane was about to break Captain America's back, and he threw the shield into his back.
Love it.
Ah, classic.
Did
you have that anywhere?
Did you see the picture? It's a stand, and it says free back massage, and it's Bane and Batman sitting there. It says ... and then like. Above it in captions, it says, like, looks trusting.
Love it.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool that Heroes for Hire, that's awesome.
It's good to see
Rene,
heroes.
you got nothing to say, man?
No, that sounds really cool.
It's good to see heroes out in the real world, baby.
I mean, I have nothing to say, but that's really cool, though.
I want, can we light Sue's house on fire and see if Batman will come and save her cats?
You're doing that alone.
Yeah.
I'm out.
I don't even know what you said right now.
I'm looking down. Let's go ahead. Let's get into a quick commercial.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you've heard about it in stories. You've heard about it on the podcast. Undercity Comics in Whittier. We are located at 11219 First Avenue, Whittier, California. Come on down and check out all the comics. DC, got it. Marvel, got it. IDW, got it. Dark Horse, got it. Kaboom, we don't give a shit. We got that too. All your comics are down here waiting to be read. They're wrapped in plastic. We're not some hack, second-rate comic book shop that just leaves their stuff in piles around the house like it's your best friend's apartment. That place is disgusting. Everything is wrapped, beautiful, ready to be pulled off the shelf, purchased, and read. You want to read it here? We don't care. Pull up a chair. You want to come in and bring your greasy food and put that all over your own comic books? That's fine. Just don't put it on ours. We've got toys. We've got games. We've got beverages. We've got pennies. Feed the penny monster at Undercity Comics. Why are you still listening to me? Get in your car and drive down here now.
All right, thank you, Mario, for that. Oh, was it?
Who did the cover?
Oh, you said who did it, and you said the Beatles.
No, I said who did the cover of Rocky Raccoon?
Oh, that's the only person that answered. What do you want me to do? Oh my god.
He didn't answer correctly. Got to listen.
This is behind the scenes right now.
I guess then what? No one won?
We'll just tell the contest is still open. Sorry, Nando Calrissian.
All right. Apparently, How could it still be open?
It's
Whatever. We're supposed to announce the winner. It's the only person that entered.
Nope. You got to enter. Just because you enter doesn't mean you win it. Are we arguing online right now?
Yeah, we're totally live right now.
Here.
I have to, like,
Listen, here's something to listen to.
Hello. I love you. Why are you playing this? That in Spanish?
First of all, wait, what did you just start singing?
It'll take a while.
Wasn't that the hello? I love you. Don't you jump in my game?
The Doors? After they ripped off the Kinks, girl, I want to be with you all of the time, all day, and all of the night. Yeah, The Doors.
Yeah.
Rip off artist. Boom. Boom. Suck it, Lizard King. Okay, so we had a contest last week, and the contest was I asked who did the cover that we listened to of the song Rocky Raccoon. The original was the Beatles, and our friend Nando Calrissian answered correctly that it was the Beatles originally. The question, though, was who did the cover I played? Go back and listen again because nobody won. Sorry, Nando Calrissian. Friends and family of cast members shall be excluded from winning.
That is not true.
Yep.
Can't do that.
Sorry, Nando Calrissian.
Can't do that. If they enter, they enter. You can't stop anybody.
Okay, that's fine. But they can't win if they give an incorrect answer.
Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. All right, so then this is this week's for the second poster of Robot Chicken Star Wars. Yeah, right. They do not get a signed Scott. We do. All right, we do have to give away that we have our signed Scott Snyder Batman that will be up for grabs on issue 30. So you make sure to listen and watch out for that. But
episode 30.
When we get done with this power round, Deadpool versus Deathstroke. When we get done with this power round, that's whoever wins. That's the answer. For who wins the next one.
What?
So when we get done with the power round, whoever's the victor, that's the answer for the for the next one. So go ahead, go onto our Instagram, give us the answer of who wins.
Just write 20th Century Man right now.
Who wins between Deadpool versus Deathstroke?
Just go ahead and write Batman. Just write wrong Batman. The first person to write wrong, comma Batman exclamation point.
All right, guys, power round right now. Deathstroke versus Deadpool. Who wins?
Well, the thing is, like, Deadpool can't die, but then yet Deathstroke is like very, very well trained in like martial arts, and then in like guns. He knows a lot about guns, swords. Very good. He's a sword master.
Swords.
While Deadpool will just have fun though. That's the thing. And like, what did you say earlier? We talked about this. If Deathstroke was paid enough money,
Deathstroke doesn't care unless he's getting paid.
Yeah, if nobody was paying him, he'd probably just let Deadpool win and be like, "Nobody's paying me to do this. I'm not gonna care." If he gets paid.
Let's say, all right, then here it is. Here's the situation. Then Deadpool, just to show that he's superior, paid Deathstroke to come and kill him. Tell me that's something Deadpool wouldn't do.
Deadpool would do that
just to show that he's superior.
You know what? There was an issue in the New 52 Deathstroke where he couldn't kill somebody, and he actually he detonated a grenade between both of them, like in close proximity, and did everything he could. Deathstroke was getting himself killed, but he just really went all extreme to find any possible weakness, and then he came back and kicked ass. So I would say that if Deathstroke were to win, he would really go balls to the walls. It would be one of the most intense power rounds, like, not in discussion-wise, but probably, like, as far as a slugfest, it would be something else.
Cool to watch.
Deadpool.
He has two eyes, you
Just
know?
because Deadpool has the ability to not only he's invulnerable, but he can also break the fourth wall. So he would do something weird, like go out into the real world and like
when the bomb would come, he'd get out.
Or like kill the Deathstroke riders. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He would do something weird like that and just like, go out, or
I would have to say Deadpool as well, because the advantage he has is the healing factor, and that Deathstroke is he's good trained, but he's also older too.
His healing factor is not the same.
Yeah, I gotta go with Deadpool on this one, just because specifically what you said. If let's say Deathstroke grabs on to like Deadpool, and he has a bomb on him, and they both explode.
I
Guess
love
what?
this jam, by the way.
Dude, Deadpool's still alive.
He's still, he'll pull himself together.
Deathstroke would have to...
But like you already said, dude, that would be a bitchin' fight. I would love to see Deadpool.
So it's three versus one. Deadpool wins.
Deadpool wins.
I have to give it to Deadpool.
Flawless victory.
Deadpool
wins.
Definitely not flawless victory.
It's going to be messy.
Yeah.
It's going to be messy.
It's going to be like
Chimichangas all over the place.
It's going to be like Damian Wayne. How he had all like the arrows and knives from him. That's going to be Deadpool. He's going to be like, I'm still alive. Deathstroke's like, shit, really? Bastard. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get into
Ben
our last
Affleck is
commercial.
Deathstroke.
Shut up.
Hey kids, 20th Century Man here, and if you're enjoying this podcast, and let's be honest, how can you be? Listen, come on over to the Superiority Complex, all right? I don't act like this all the time. Sometimes I'm a normal human being, and you can hear me interviewing great people about great topics.
Rarely ever.
Yeah. I had Matt Bogarine, is that his name? Matt the Rat. I had him on the other day, mostly because I couldn't get anybody else. But hey, he's a trooper and he showed up. But that's just the type of guest that I have every week. We talk about geeky things. We talk about movies. We talk about comics. We talk about music. We talk about TV shows. We talk about anything and everything. So come on over to the Superiority Complex. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/soupcomplex, S-O-U-P complex. Follow us on Twitter at Soup Complex, or go on over to the show page at www.superioritycomplex.podbean.com. Come on out, all you comic comers. Yeah, you know.
All right, you guys. As you all know, tomorrow is September 11th. And something very tragic quite a few years ago happened. We had the World Trade Centers go down. I still remember it to this day. I remember waking up in 6th grade, turning on the TV. I don't know why. It's not like I watched the news or anything. I was probably looking for cartoons. I turn it on, and I see one building on fire. And I didn't understand what was going on. And I ran to my mom and go, Mom, the building's on fire. And she's like, what are you talking about? Oh, the buildings are on fire. The buildings are on fire. And she turned on the TV and just sat there. I believe I was there for the second plane. I remember seeing a plane in the background and be like, what's going on? And I remember it hitting, and I didn't know. I couldn't comprehend. I didn't understand what was going on. Then eventually, when my mom dropped me off at school, they didn't let us watch it. They excluded us from watching it, which still to this day, a lot of people were very upset about because, you know, as tragic as it was, they were blocking us from history. And that's what I remember of September 11th. It was very tragic for, you know, America in general. There's, of course, you know, you have Fahrenheit 9/11, which is supposedly like trying to cover up stuff and all that good stuff and whatnot. So there's controversy behind it, but nonetheless, you know, was it hundreds or thousands of people that died? Thousands of people.
Yeah,
Thousands.
And that was I still can't believe it every time I think about it, just because I was such a young kid and I couldn't comprehend.
I was in high school back then when it happened. It was my sophomore year. My French class just pulled out a TV and we just watched the news all day.
Yeah, I was in 3rd grade. I remember I was getting ready for school, and I saw that the first building got hit. And then my mom's like, well, you know, you still have to go to school, so make sure you go to school. So I was like, I walked to school, and then I got there. It was like an hour into my class that I think they told us that they told our teacher that the second plane hit. And then that's when they put us in lockdown, just to make sure, for like precautions.
Precautionary reasons. Yeah,
so
makes sense.
They were just
They didn't do that at my school. It shows how much they cared about us.
Yeah. And then they let us out, I think at 1 o'clock, because we usually get out at 2. And they let us out at 1 o'clock, and we went home. And then it was just all day, it's just talking about it. So
you know,
that's what I remember.
I went to New York, and, you know, I got to see Ground Zero, and it's very eerie. It's very strong, of course, you know, being Chicano and Mexican, you know. We know about, you know, the cucuy and spirits and all that stuff, and trust me, when you go there, it's just flowing.
I don't know how many of you even knew who Al Qaeda was. I didn't know who they were until then.
Yeah.
The Taliban, I had no idea.
I didn't even know that it was previously bombed before that from the parking lot.
That was in 1990.
I remember a firefighter said, like, look at him. That building will never go down.
Yeah.
I was at work. I was older than you guys. No, I wasn't at work. I woke up.
We still are older
My
than
mom,
us.
I still am. That's right.
Yeah.
It's a
No
constant
changing
state
that.
of aging. My mom called me up and said, "Did you see what's going on in New York?" And I said, "No." And she said, "Oh, they attacked the World Trade Center." And I turned on the TV. I remember I turned on the TV and I said, "Mom, that's not the World Trade Center. There's 2 buildings." And she said, "No, the first building fell down." And I was like, "What are you talking about? There's no way." And sure enough, they pulled back because they were just showing a burning building, And they pulled back, and sure enough, the first tower had already fallen. And maybe 2 minutes after, I saw the second tower go down live. And then they started cutting back to CNN started cutting back to all the footage they had. Footage started to come in throughout the day of planes hitting the building from all these different angles. But at the time, things were really nobody knew what was going on because you knew you had another plane hit the Pentagon. Yeah, they had a plane go down in a field in Pennsylvania, and then they were saying that they had bombed the State Department, that they had bombed all these other buildings in D.C. Nobody knew what was going on. It was crazy. So I remember just going to work. We got to work. We had I worked for an internet company at the time. We had a lot of communications with people that worked in the World Trade Center. Verizon had a big hub out there. And so nothing was coming in. No information was coming in from anywhere. So we bought a TV. I remember me and my boss went to Best Buy and bought a TV, and we just set it up in our office and just watched the news for the rest of the day. And we ended up going home. There was nothing. Work just stopped. Nothing was going on.
Everything just ceased.
Yeah, everything just stopped for the rest of the day.
The whole.
And I remember just for weeks, for a week after, it was just the weirdest feeling because you didn't know what was coming. You didn't know if there was going to be a nuclear bomb that was going to go off.
You felt up until that very moment, you truly felt like you were safe.
Well, you know what? You guys probably did because you were younger, but being older, they had already attacked the World Trade Center. There was a sarin gas attack in Japan that had happened. So there were signs, and it was just an idea of some people thought, well, it could never happen here. And I was more of the mind I think it's just a matter of time. I didn't think it was going to be on that scale. I literally thought it was going to be someone's going to sneak a pipe bomb into a place an airport
like what
or something.
Happened with the whole jogger thing where they made the little bomb.
Exactly. That's the scale I was looking at, which is still horrific. But I never thought in my lifetime I was going to see a terrorist attack of that scale.
Yeah, take over a plane.
Yeah, take over a plane and bring it. Take over 4 planes.
Yeah.
So it really was a sobering. It really was a sobering experience. Really being older. I think as a kid you're scared because you just don't know. You're afraid, but as an adult, you think of what could come, and it could get much worse. So I don't think maybe you guys didn't have that fear when you were younger, but I kept thinking, man, they're just is somebody gonna park a nuke in front of somebody just in front of the White House, and you know what I mean?
Being the Batman fan I am, I already kind of have ideas. If a nuclear warhead were to go off in Los Angeles,
duck and cover, buddy.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm gonna do what they told you in the 50s. I'm gonna go underneath the table and hold onto the table, and apparently the table is gonna protect me from the nuclear blast. But
the radiation proof.
There's a sewer, not even a freaking third of a mile away from me, or a fourth of a mile, and I was just gonna book it over there if a big one goes off and just stay in there for a day and hopefully get the hell out of there as fast as possible. I got my '67 Mustang. Only thing
it's not gonna work.
No, the only thing that won't work in it is the electrical. It's a '67 Mustang. It's all.
You're ready for the zombie apocalypse.
Oh, the zombie apocalypse! I'm prepared for it. I'm not prepared for a nuclear blast, but
it's gonna happen.
It will.
We all die alone and afraid, guys. So
it'll be me. I will be legend. But all jokes aside, it was a very tragic thing that happened, and I was alive for it, and all of us were. So we're gonna go ahead, you guys. We're gonna give a moment of silence for those who passed away. All right, you guys. Thank you very much for participating in our moment of silence. Of course, we're recording this on Tuesday, so when it releases on Wednesday, it will be September 11th. So
I am impressed, Matt, because you never stop talking. So I know this means something to you.
Thank you for
He was literally holding as much as he could.
I had to lighten it up, man. We can't go out on like a bummer note. You know what I mean? Like,
come on, we got to bring back the show back now.
America, we're stronger than ever. And there we go. Boom.
And yet I'm still scared of it.
Unfortunately, we got to talk about something sad, anyways.
We do have to talk about something sad.
All right, so we're about to get into. We're going to go into the free for all brawl right now, you guys. Was the new 52 a good idea?
Yes and no. I mean, there's things
I agree
that
with you on
Yeah.
that. There's really cool things they're bringing, but there's really crappy things they're thinking.
Well, yes, because it made DC money, which is what they wanted to do, right?
But now it's just.
But it's like the guy from Marvel pointed out.
The plane is landing.
It's like the guy from Marvel pointed out. The problem with saying you're going to have 52 means if something crappy goes away. I mean, that's a huge. Okay, look, you can't have that much creativity spread among 52 because we'll take Marvel as a great example. I'm looking at the wall of Marvel behind me. There's about four. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 20. About 40 titles from Marvel right back behind me. Yeah. There's maybe 10 that are awesome, that are really stand out that I would recommend. Maybe 10.
Yeah.
Like Hawkeye.
Hawkeye's great. All New X-Men is great. Avengers Arena is great. Captain Marvel.
The X-Men Legacy looks pretty awesome. Is that Kid and Play on there?
Superior Spider-Man, Uncanny Avengers. But then there's a few Future Foundation, I don't care about. Deadpool's great.
Ultimate Spider-Man is one of them.
Ultimate Spider-Man's awesome. But then there's a few. But now you have 52. That's 12 more titles. And you have to have how many writers can you assign? And how many of those writers can be consistently good with more than one title?
Jeff Lemire, Scott Snyder.
Jeff Johns.
That's 3.
Peter Tomasi.
That's 4.
Morrison.
So that's 5. So let's say that's 5. Those guys have to be responsible for 10 titles each.
What, Kyle Higgins?
6.
Kyle Higgins is good.
So now you've knocked it down to 9.
It's true. And on top of it, not to be mean.
But they have multiple titles.
That's what I'm saying. They have to do 9 titles each.
This is what I see as a problem. Batman Black and White, Batman Incorporated, Batman Detective Comics, Batman and Robin, Batman The Dark Knight,
Batman Superman.
Dude, really?
It's a lot of Batman titles.
A lot of Batman to try and
He's the one guy without
man.
powers. How is he everywhere?
Superman, Action Comics,
Batman, Superman Unchained.
Superman Unchained. There's only so much you could do to go down that route, man. And it's cool. Some of the stuff...
And you have titles that aren't part of the new 52 that are still around.
Yeah.
Like what?
So you're still working... I mean, they have Little Gotham and all those kids titles and...
Comic Girls, Legends of the Dark Knight, Adventures of Superman, Batman Black White.
Oh, yeah.
Those aren't part of the new 52.
It's in
So technically you have 60.
You have more than that.
Yeah, that's a little too much.
Plus you have all the Vertigo stuff that you're still working on.
No, you don't count Vertigo with it. It's
Scott Snyder was working on American Vampire.
Yeah, but that's the thing though.
That's different continuity.
Yeah, it's a different.
No, but I'm saying that's another writer that's being pulled off of something where you need to be consistently
so
good.
it's Jeff Lemire.
But that's what I'm saying. You have to. That's where we're going to fall. The best. Okay, let's pick your favorite band. The greatest band of all time.
AFI.
Okay. For argument's sake, we'll go with argument's sake. We'll say the Beatles. We'll say because that's everybody knows the Beatles.
AFI.
So in 10 years, they crank out this output, right? But not all of those albums are perfect. There's a lot of crap on some of those albums, right?
AFI.
A lot of filler.
Okay, Metallica now.
And that's okay, but that's one band doing one thing for a consistent amount of time. You're talking about a bunch of writers doing a bunch of different characters, doing a bunch of different. It takes a long time, and to do the art.
In that defense of that, I will refer to my favorite band, like I've been saying right now, AFI. AFI started off as a punk band.
Mm-hmm.
They eventually, from there, they went into hardcore punk. From there, they went into goth rock, alternative rock, electric rock, glam rock, and now I don't even know what their new one.
And you're the only person that likes them. So what's the point?
The point is, you freaking jerk. The point is that you could pull a lot of different things and still be the same thing.
Yes.
But you have to know your means.
Yeah, but were the guys in AFI also in other bands at the same time?
No.
That's what I mean. That you got the DC is better off eliminating like half of their titles and getting the highly creative people because they have good writers and great artists.
The new 36?
Yeah, do something like that. Seriously, cut it in half.
Okay.
Here's the thing. Would you rather have a band that you like put out a crappy album every year or an awesome album every 3 years?
I'd rather have AFI than Metallica. You're right.
Nobody likes Metallica.
Oh. No. No one likes Metallica now.
Well, because they killed Napster.
Because they made Saint Anger. That's what made me mad.
But you know what? You know what the thing was? Is that because of that now, the owner of Napster owns Rhapsody. He was the first person to be like, we're going to stream it.
How come every time I'm trying to argue the point, you're trying to say that DC's too big, I'm trying to agree with you, and then you argue with me?
Because I'm just pointing out what you're saying. Because sometimes you could, like we already said, manipulate it into something else. Yeah, dude, cut it in 36. But you could do something. But the one thing I do feel bad for is that there are rookies on here that they gave a chance to. Like
Sue,
the movement. Is the movement going to freaking bail out? That's horrible. If it is Masters of the Universe, well, that's
Sue,
not.
do you feel, as a comic book store owner, that the new 52 is a good or bad idea?
I think originally it was a good idea to redo everything, but...
Do you feel like now there's too many titles?
Yeah. I think they're pulling out, heroes out of their ass right now.
Thank you for using the word ass on a PG.
Technically she's right because...
I called him a fucker, okay? I call him
a... she is right, too, because you got to think about it. We have Wrath right now.
Yeah.
How old is that villain?
Wrath of Khan.
I have no idea.
He was from like the 70s, wasn't he?
What's wrong with that? I'm from the 70s.
It's the fact that you have to go that far back. It's the fact that you have to go that far back to try and bring something.
Yeah, it's
new.
the thing I'm saying is you have so much filler you have to consistently put out 52 titles. And so instead, why don't you trim it down, make really awesome, put all your best writers, throw them on one book.
Well, has Batman Inc. ended?
Yes.
Yeah. No.
Special was the last one.
No, I thought it's. Come on, I have a mic. I thought it was going into 14 after this, and then somebody else is basically going to bring back Damien. Isn't it a continuation?
No.
Batman Incorporated.
The title is
completely done.
Oh, okay.
On the special.
Can we get a clap for
roasted.
that?
Yeah, I'm glad about that.
I'm very glad about that.
I can't hear Sue.
I love you, Grant Morrison, but I just did not get into Batman Inc.
Yeah, nobody did.
Yeah.
Everybody bought issue 8, and we're like, all right, we're good.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that was really it. But I mean,
all right.
Yeah,
so
here's the thing.
Right,
like,
what is the thing to fix the new 52?
Cut down the Batman titles. Fucking A, dude.
Condense.
Just condense.
Make it the new 20.
No, I got it. I really do got
The
it.
new 22.
They have all right.
The new
So they
5.
have Batman Beyond Universe. It's 2 comics within one. You could do the same thing. You could combine like Green Lantern and Red Lantern probably into the same comic, and it'll still be 52. It'll be 52 subjects, but not 52 titles.
Marvel can benefit from this too. Here's what you do, and you're right. You're right on. You're a hero. You get one title. That's it. One book. That's it. Yeah. If you're going to be in another book, it has to be like a team up. Like everybody can be. The Iron Man can be in the Avengers. That's fine. But the Avengers, that's it. Everybody can be in Justice League, but Justice League, that's it. No more like, oh, it's green. It's in Batman. It's indicative, like you guys are saying. He's in Batman. He's in Batman Black and White. Those are fun. Like the anthology stories, Legends of the Dark Knight. I'm fine with those because it's not part of the main continuity. But X-Men, God dang it, X-Men. How many titles do you need?
I agree with you on that.
So okay, if
wait, real quick. Captain America and Cyclops are gonna team up in Avengers plus X-Men.
So they always do that in 8+X.
Yeah, but the bad Cyclops, the one that everybody thinks is
they're
a
fighting.
douchebag.
But that's an anthology. See, that's fine. I'm fine with those because it's like, okay, this has nothing. It's outside of the continuity. But they should make a rule, like, dude, you're in Batman. You can't be in Batman and Robin and Batman, and Robin's in there with you. Yeah. He can get his own title, but that's it. Like, you can get one title. No more of this. I got 3 X-Men titles
Dark
going on.
Knight, Detective Comics.
Yeah, that's a perfect example. What's the difference between Detective Comics and the regular Batman continuity?
And the sad thing is, Black and White, that's not even the
Black
new
and White
52.
was really good.
No, yeah.
Did you read it, Sue? Black and white, it's really good. Is it? The digital comic is different than the, yeah. But check it out. That's what they should do. Okay, dude, here's the rule. Captain America, you get your title, buddy. You could be in the Avengers and Captain America. That's it. Okay, Batman, you can be in the Justice League and you can be Batman. That's it.
I like how it's like you're talking to the superhero. Like, hey, dude, you're not allowed to go anywhere else. Don't blame them. Blame DC.
Exactly. But that's what I'm saying. Somebody needs to slap these guys because what they're doing is they're just saturating the market, and eventually comics are going to, no one's going to know what to collect. Nothing's going to be worth anything.
Hence what happened. Didn't that happen in the 90s?
Yeah. People are just going to stop buying comics altogether because it gets confusing. Seriously, as someone who walked in here a year ago, it is daunting to, like, where should I pick up?
You know what? That's kind of what I like about certain titles. Like, you don't have to pick up any, like Batwoman. You can pick up Batwoman, understand it without picking up anything else.
Is she hot? Because I'll pick it up.
In a punk rock way, she's kind of hot.
All right, I'm in.
She's like a redhead with like tattoos. I love her.
All right.
Earth 2, you don't have to pick up anything else. Earth 2.
See, I'm afraid of Earth 2 because it's like okay,
Green Arrow.
How is it different than Earth 1 or Earth Prime?
And it actually is part of the New 52, though.
See, I don't know. I feel like it's way. You have great writers, DC. DC has some awesome writers.
Green Arrow.
Put them on 3 good titles.
What?
You've been quiet that whole time.
I know.
He's mad.
What are you thinking?
Oh no, it's just like for the New 52 when it first came out, it was very interesting. But then
it felt amazing to get
did.
the New 52. We're like, yes, we finally get to get number ones. We get to enjoy something that technically very few people get to enjoy. Having the grace of a number one, but for it's just now, it's just.
I jumped on with Marvel now. I jumped on Marvel now. I got a bunch of number ones, and then I collected the ones that I was interested in. I got a bunch of number ones just to have them and say, so that one day I can give my daughter and go, here, we got, this happened when you were a kid, you didn't get a chance. Here's a bunch of number ones for you.
Yeah.
Whether or not they're worth anything, it doesn't matter. She has a bunch of number ones. That's pretty cool, I think.
Yeah.
But there are, honestly...
Except for if you got number ones in, like, the 80s, then it just blows.
I do like they did take some chances recently with the Movement and Green Team, and I really like that because there was it wasn't just any kind of writers; they were established writers.
But I liked Vibe too, and then look what's happening with that.
Because Jeff Johns jumped off.
Oh, bastard! It's still going down a cool way, but it's just like they start something and they don't finish it.
Well, that's the problem. Another thing is now you have. That's what I'm saying. You have 52 titles to fill, so it's like, Jeff Johns, we're pulling you off of Vibe, we're putting you here. Or do you want to go to this title, or do you want to go to that title? And of course, you're a writer, you want to be challenged, you want to keep, you don't want to get stuck in a rut.
How many writers can you count that started with their number ones that are still on it today?
Only
Fables.
About 3.
I can think about
Fables,
the guy
Scott
from
Snyder,
Bill Willingham,
Higgins,
and Peter Tomasi was in Batman and Robin.
Liddell.
Chuck Liddell?
Liddell with Teen Titans, right? Liddell with Teen Titans.
Yeah, no, Teen Titans and Superman.
He didn't start Superman.
He started Superman.
No, he did not.
Okay,
it was terrible before. It was terrible before Scott Liddell.
All right.
It was George Perez was doing it.
Why you got to bring down the brown man?
He brought down the Kryptonite Man.
That's
why. That was awesome. You got to bring down the brown man. Brought down the Kryptonite man.
Because
are we really? Do we have the power to bring down Superman?
Dan Jurgens was.
We're Mexican. We have the power to bring down anything.
If anyone can, a Mexican.
I had the first 12 issues there and not memorable.
What?
The first 12 issues are not memorable.
It's hard. I think it's hard to just maintain. 52 titles seems like such a big number. Cut it down, DC.
Yeah, I think maybe putting it, like you said, kind of putting it, or what I said, put it into one comic, but have 3 of them in one. Maybe up the price a little bit, just like $1 or $2. So you're still making your money, but you got the story now.
And Batwoman,
what do you think?
So sad.
Put them all in one title, Bat Family.
They just need to condense it, really.
They live in one house.
So thick.
They live in one house.
And you'd have to pay like $15. It'd be a trade at that point.
The real world Gotham. It's all the Bat Family.
The real world road rules. Superman, Batman.
Gotham Shores.
Actually, Justice League of Gotham.
Yeah.
Justice League of Gotham. That would be great.
All
right, you guys. Don't forget to go ahead and go on our Instagram. We will be giving away one, and there's several more to come. One of our issues of Batman, issue 17, signed by Scott Mother Truckin' Snyder. You'll be able to see it in the store in our beautiful case we have.
Yes.
So go ahead, make sure to listen and find out how you could win that comic. And apparently the second robot chicken is still up for grabs. So if anybody wants it,
Who can go for
let's
remember who won the power round today. That's how you enter. You go onto Instagram and you go ahead and say who won the power round.
Let's give because a lot of people, so they won't have to go back and listen. Let's do a trivia question from today.
Well, we just announced what they had to do.
Well, the original robot chicken poster is still up for grabs, right?
Yes.
So do another question from today's show.
We did. Who won the power round?
Oh, okay.
Jesus.
All right. So
once again, I am MTR, also known
poster.
as Matt the Rat,
and the second poster.
Always,
Rene.
Billy.
It's the second poster.
Have a great day, you guys.
Bye.